The other big 4G technology is a technology called LTE, and it comes out of the 3G network, 3G partnership called 3GPP, and stands for long-term evolution. Some of the engineers that I have that work on it call it long-term employment because it's probably going to take us 10 or 10 years probably to build the networks out and so forth. But just to give you an idea of what kind of impact this has, probably twofold. Again, you probably can't read this, it's a little small, but today you're down here somewhere. If I checked last night in my hotel room, I was getting somewhere around 3.5 megabits download and probably about 400 kilobits up. A rough and tough way to convert that is to just divide it by 10, and you get roughly how many megabytes. I'm not sure what technology AT&T has here. That's probably HSPA, high-speed packet access, up and down. We're somewhere right in this area, 4 megabits per second, roughly, depending on the network. 4G, LTE, Verizon has talked about rolling it out. They're probably the leader in the United States, and AT&T not far behind. 4G technology has a theoretical, and I stress theoretical because you all know how vague sometimes wireless coverage is depending on where you're at. But it has a theoretical bandwidth for a download of somewhere north. Now this says 48 megabits. It's probably 50 megabits. That's again the downlink speed. On the left-hand side here, you see 4x4, 2x2, 1x1. That's actually antenna technology, how many antennas they're using for receive diversity, it's called. Uplink, again, we're probably somewhere here today, maybe 1 megabit uploads. LTE, theoretical maximum, out here with a 20 megahertz channel, is 12.7 megabits per second. Now, why is that important? Again, let's take the camera example that we talked about a while ago. The difference between uploading, even at a conservative estimate of 25% of that 50 megabits, much faster to upload large data, huge data sets. The other thing that's actually happening is as 4G starts to gain traction and have a foothold, is that it frees up some of the 2G and 3G networks, and that's where the second point comes here, hyper-penetration. I was at CES earlier this year in January, which is a consumer electronics show, and we had a dinner with Dick Lynch, who's the CTO of Verizon, and he actually said this in a speech next day, so I'm not divulging any secrets, but his game plan for the coming years is to have 600% penetration in the American household. That doesn't mean that you, your mom, your dad, your dog, and your cat all have a cell phone, although I'm sure they would like that. What they're actually talking about is embedding these wireless chips into every device, and I literally mean every device.